Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. How are you? I hope you are enjoying the best of health. I welcome you in my class, that is English for grade 4. We are learning Unit 1. Its title is Speaking the Truth. Today's lecture 7, my dear fellow teachers. This lesson plan, PowerPoint presentation, worksheet links are given in description box. You may click it, download it, print it, follow it as it is or modified for your convenience. I'm going to deliver this lecture according to this lesson plan. And my dear students, today is lecture 7 under the title of Listening and Speaking. We learn to show ability and an inability. And we'll cover page number 11 and 12 of your book. In your previous class, English for grade 3, I have taught you to express your likes and dislikes. I hope you remember. If not, you may watch this video again. Today we'll learn further and we'll learn to use appropriate expressions in conversation to show ability or inability to do something. This is our today's SLO. Let's start with the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah mentions in Surah Al-Haqqa, verse 12, so that we may make this a reminder to you and that attentive ears may grasp it. Yes, my dear children, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning that an attentive ears, a person who listens carefully, everything becomes a reminder. Especially in Surah Al-Haqqa, there is a reminder of the day of the judgment. So this verse is telling us, the message is we should listen attentively. All right. And when we listen attentively, we listen things properly, we can speak properly. This is what we are going to learn today's lesson. All right. First, you tell me, what do you like to do? And mostly in what we are good. So pause the video and answer these questions. Tell your teacher what you are good at and mostly what are the things you can do better. Okay, pause the video and tell the answer to your teacher. Yes, my dear children. All of you mentioned, I like this, I like this. Now we understand everyone likes different things to do. That's why we all are different in doing different things. Maybe, for example, I'm good in baking. So I can bake pizza, I can bake cake, cookies, many things. All right. So what I can do to show or express my ability, what I can do, we use word can. All right. But I'm a human being. I am not a perfect. None of us is perfect. So we are good in many things, but there are few things maybe we are struggling with. We are not that good. For example, I'm not that good in stitching. I don't properly know how to stitch dress. I'm struggling with that. So to show or express inability, we say cannot. We use cannot. I cannot stitch a dress. All right. So this is what we need to tell to ourselves. What are the things we can? What are the things we cannot? Now the list we cannot, we can learn. There are few things we can learn and there are few things which we have to wait. Maybe I'm not strong enough. Maybe I'm not big enough. So there are things which we learn gradually. Okay, so this is what your book is telling you. All of you, open your book on page number 11. Under the title of Listening and Speaking, you see this child. He's saying, I cannot draw pictures. I am good in writing stories. So this child is mentioning two things. He is good in writing stories, but he cannot draw pictures well. So no problem. You can learn how to draw pictures well. All right. So next child is saying, I cannot lift this bench. It is too heavy. I cannot lift this bench. Okay. So when you will be grown up, when you will be a strong person, maybe this bench become very light for you. So this ability, we need to learn how to draw pictures. And this ability, we have to realize I'm not strong enough to do this right now. So maybe I have to wait with patience to be strong enough. All right. Next, this girl is saying, I can organize my cupboard. That's good. So all of you, you can now, you are grown enough. So organize your cupboard, your room, your toys, everything. You can do that. And beta, what we can do and we don't do, that is a bad thing. Okay. What we cannot do, we can struggle with that. But what we can do, we should do that. We should take the responsibility. Okay. So all of you, do you organize your cupboard? Good job. Good job. So next is on page number 12, this child is saying, I can ride the bicycle. I have learned it. Okay. So there are a few skills you need to learn. So this child learned it. Next, he's saying, I can climb the high wall. I have done practice for it. Okay. There are a few things we need to practice what we want to do. Okay. Without practice and without elders' supervision, such type of task can be dangerous. So we need an instructor around us who can tell us the technique of doing such type of task. All right. And she's saying, I cannot cook without my mother's help. Okay, no problem. You are just a child. When you will be grown up, you will be doing it by your own self. So this is how we identify our ability, what I can do and what I cannot do right now. Do you understand the difference? Now it's your activity time. We learned how to express ability and inability. So all of you will come one by one in front of the class, and what you will do, you will share with the class what you can do and what you cannot do. And better, one thing which I want to make a special note of with all of you, what we can do, we should not boast of it. You see, I'm this and I'm that. Say, Alhamdulillah, I can do this thing well. And if I cannot do anything, don't be expressed, oh, I can't. It's okay. You can learn it. And we should not make fun of, oh, you don't know how to do. It's also a bad thing. Okay. So what you will do, the child who's sitting on the first right corner will come, will tell what I can and what I cannot. And every child, teachers kindly make sure every child should participate, because this is speaking and listening class. So this child, they will come, they will discuss, they will improve their communication, as well as they will be better in their confidence. So pause the video and do this activity with every child of the class. Yes, my children, are you done with it? Good job. Now we know each other better. Who can do what? That's great. So it's the time for your homework. You'll write and practice a short speech regarding a skill you learned. Okay. Whatever you learned, for example, I learned how to swim, I learned how to draw. So whatever you learned, you will write about it, a short paragraph and a short speech, and then you will practice that speech with your teacher. Here I'm giving you a worksheet again, my dear fellow teachers. This worksheet, lesson plan, PowerPoint presentation, links are given. You may click it, download it, print it, and kindly give a printed worksheet to my students. And children, what you will do, here are the pictures and here are the sentences. You will look at the picture and you will mention what he can't or what he can. All right. So in this way, what we have learned today, we learned that ability is something we can do and inability is something we cannot do. And we practice showing our ability and inability by using appropriate expressions in conversation. So in this way, we achieved our today's SLO, that is, use appropriate expressions in conversation to show ability or inability to do something. Are we done with it? Yes, and we enjoyed doing it. So that's it for today. Tomorrow I'll come again with a very interesting lesson. Till that time, keep learning. Take very good care of yourself and the people around you. Thank you and Allah Hafiz.